Hey guys, this is Eric at Camaro MHS. I'm here picking up my 88 Camaro after getting the door seals done, the upper door seals around the windows so they would quit leaking. And here we are picking it up, and as you can see, the seals are not flat and dead and cracked anymore. They are definitely seal good. They seal so good that I have to slam the door to close it now. So, like I said, you can see the door seals, they look pretty dang good. This is OER from Classic Industries. Anyhow, yeah, I can't just close the door. It won't just close. I gotta slam it like that. Alright, well, I'm gonna go show you my 79 Camaro in a little bit and get it winterized. So here I am back at the car wash again. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I decided to go ahead and do it to check for water leaks since that's what we got it done for. Well, let's see what we've got, shall we? Well, it still leaks a little bit around the back of the window, but it seems like they always do that no matter what. And I do have a little bit of leakage here in the front too, but that might be a different gasket because there's more than one gasket in the front of here. There's a gasket that goes around this. This is a gasket right here. But the other side is where the leak was bad, where I was getting a wet floor. Hopefully you can see it's pretty foggy in here. I know I can hardly see through my glasses. Let's see what it's doing now. Well, it's definitely drier than what it was. A little bit came in again around this gasket, it looks like. But my door panel's dry. So I think it's going to stay dry now. So, we are happy with that. Alrighty. Here we are at the 79 Camaro. And I'll start it up here for you in a second. Back at the car wash again. This time we're getting the 79 Camaro ready for, I'm going to do a walk around and we're going to get it ready for the winter, because unfortunately it's that time of year again. So here we go. Well, I can't see anything, hopefully you can. Alright, so here's my 79 Camaro. The front end is the same paint coat as like a 91 or a 92 blue Camaro. This is what color I want the car to be. I am the second owner of this car. I flew down to Memphis to pick this up. And again, I'm in Illinois, so I flew it to Memphis. I bought it on eBay, flew to Memphis, picked it up, and then drove 8.5 hours home on a car I've never seen before in real life. Anyhow, again, not unlike the 88, we have some dead paint again. You can't tell that so much right now, but the paint is all flat and dead, just like the 88 is. You can see where it's peeling off and getting rusty and all that kind of good stuff. That's what the hood looked like originally. Now it doesn't, obviously. I got it painted, like I said. It's just this base Camaro, just like the 88 is, except for this one is a 350 car instead of a V6. And I got the Z28 fenders with the 81 style louvers on it. And then I got the Z28 front spoiler for it. And when I got it, it didn't have the lower spoiler, and the upper spoiler was silver. But I like it in the black better. That's also the Z28 style. I'm going to get new chrome bezels for the headlights and the turn signals. I'm not going to turn those black because I prefer to keep those a little bit of chrome on the car. And then I bought the Z28 flares that go on the quarter panels here. They don't fit the best. I got them from a junkyard real cheap. Paid a bunch of money to get them cleaned up, painted up, put on. And then of course, I found out those are Pontiac ones. I swear I got them off of Camaro. And maybe I did and somebody put the wrong parts on that one. I don't know. So after I spent all that money, I get to go back and buy another set and get those painted and hope it uses the same holes to mount it. And then the rear spoiler used to be yellow. You can see it's a slightly different color. That's because that's what the color of the car is supposed to be. That is the original paint code, not this color. Somebody had this car repainted, and that stuff is always peeling off all over, and then just it peels to bare metal. It doesn't even peel the primer. The 88 at least peels the primer. This one, this is what you get. It's right here. So the whole, like I said, the roof is like that. The whole hood was like that. This is like this. The spoiler, it was yellow. It was off of a different 79 Camaro I had because it was in really good shape. There's a chunk missing out of the one that was on this one. And I finally got it painted at the beginning of this year to at least try to match the car instead of being this bright yellow spoiler. It's already got enough colors on it. This car also has MagnaFlow catback exhaust system on it with a MagnaFlow cat on it. The car is pretty clean because, like I said, it came from Memphis, so there's like basically no rust on it whatsoever. I got some engine work done to it. So I got an Edelbrock top end kit for this car. And that came with an aluminum Edelbrock intake, aluminum heads, a roller cam. Got a set of roller rockers for it. I got those valve covers for it and a different air cleaner. Also replaced the fuel pump on it, so it's got a chrome Holley fuel pump on it. It has a 750 Edelbrock carburetor on it. The air conditioning does work. I had that fixed earlier this year. But anyhow, it dynoed stock about what it said, what I read online for it. It dynoed at whole 176 horsepower at the wheels. And with this on it, unfortunately I didn't get what I wanted for the kind of money I spent. But it put it up at 220, and the torque was at 315 foot-pounds of torque, which I was kind of surprised about that. But the compression is low on this car, and so I'm probably gonna have to end up putting different pistons in it to bring it up to snuff. The kit I bought is capable of making 360 horsepower, it said, and that is on a compression of like a 9-to-1 compression ratio, and this is like an 8-to-1 compression ratio. Well, maybe like more like a 7.9. You can see there where they did such a good job of painting this, that light blue color that used to be, that they painted through the vents on the hood without masking anything, so it's all blue where it's supposed to be black. That's nice too. I'll show you more of the interior at a different time, because I've done work on the interior as well, but I just wanted to go over the exterior with you for now and, you know, talk to you about that. I still need to do the rear wheels and get new beauty rings for those, and needs new tires really bad too. But like I said, it's like I'm the second owner. I just found it on eBay, and my yellow one I had needed too much work. It was just falling apart, and so I decided, oh, let's go see what's on eBay. And I happened to find this car. And it was the second time they listed it, because the first time they had a reserve on it and didn't make it, and so I put a bid on it, and it happened to be what they said they wanted for it, or like the lowest they were going to go for it, and they took it. So yeah, so now I just got to go top off the gas tank, take it for a drive out on the interstate, let it dry off a little bit, and throw some stable in the gas tank. Well, here we are at the gas station. One of the things I love about these cars is I can go to any pump I want to, because, well, the gas tank is here. Yes, it is. That's the way we like it, just like that. So like I said, we're going to top it off. And it feels like the tires are kind of low, so I think we're going to air up the tires as well. Put some stable in the tank, take it for a drive, and park it for the winter. And there's a better shot of that blue. Some better lighting. So unfortunately, last night my battery died, so I'm back at storage now, finishing up this video. And something I forgot to mention is that I do have new suspension all the way around on it, and it has a rear sway bar, which on this car that was an option, and on this car it was not an option that was put on it. So I knew I was going to go do some play around on our road course in July earlier this year, so I had to add it on to it. But my suspension didn't work out so well, and I'll show you why. So if you see from here, there's a pretty big gap between the front, the fender and the wheel there. And if you go to the back, it's nowhere near the same gap. And the suspension I bought said it was stock height suspension. It's a Moog brand, But when I went and looked online on Summit Racing, and I looked at their the people who had talked about it, you know, reviewed the product, they all said, hey, it sits too high in the front end. So I don't know. There's this company I'm going to check out called Eaton Springs. It's in Michigan, and they have supposed to be exact replicas of the original equipment that was on the car. So I might, they're a little bit pricey, but I might buy some of those springs and see how that works out. And so there's my sway bar on the rear. I didn't put a new front one on, which I will do that eventually, probably next year sometime. I guess that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, that subscribe button.